December 1st, the World's AIDS Day. Two China Daily reporters, Duan Yan and Shan Juan, bring you their cover story. While Duan interviewed a number of sex workers and disease control staff members in Yunnan province, Shan went to Gansu province for a Qin opera that tells a story about AIDS to rural residents. Shan also helped Duan for the initial contacting in Yunnan. When Duan arrived at Yuxi city in Yunnan, the local police had been cracking down prostitution, so many nightclubs and hair salons were not running their businesses. But this makes the work of the local Center of Disease Control difficult. The logic is, when sex workers are hiding away from police cracking down by leaving the place, some of them are carrying HIV viruses to where they go. China Daily Multimedia brings you the stories behind the scenes.
This community have 4,000 families, and before the police cracking down of the hair salons within the community, there are more than 300 sex workers living there. After she was infected with HIV, her whole life has changed, and she used to have this plan of opening a clothes shop. And now, because she have to receive treatments right now, so she cannot leave the city for long. She has to stay near the area so she can get regular checkups. And I can see she's very emotional, even after 5 years. She's still. And she told me that every time her father brought her to the CDC to get medicine, she will cry. And after a few years, she stopped crying. But whenever talking about this topic, she got emotional.
Prostitution is, of course, illegal in China, so cracking down by the police is, of course, legitimate. But currently, most of the cracking down are mainly, the makeshift measures and also on and off. So that means the prostitution cannot be rooted or eliminated on the Chinese mainland. Under such situation, the AIDS prevention work have to continue among the most vulnerable groups, the sex workers.
Right now, the CDC staffs are waiting for the entire crackdown to end, and even though they know some of the where the sex workers are, they won't contact them because that will bring troubles to them. Because the police know the CDC staff know where the sex worker is, and they don't want them to follow them and causing troubles to these people.
You have to strike a balance between the reality and also the law. The local police said to health officials and also local sex workers, no street girls. That is the condition they want. And also for the local CDC workers, they just want the police not to use the condom searched at the venue to be the proof leading to prostitution conviction of these sex workers. In that way, they want to really encourage the use of condoms among them.
I can understand they're so young and they're uncomfortable of talking about AIDS prevention that openly especially to reporters. Because when talking about AIDS and condom, it implies that they are in the business and they've tried to avoid talking about anything about sex. Well, they've agreed to go out with the CDC staff. But after I came to interview them, they feel uncomfortable. What surprised me was that when the Xiao said she still hopes to have healthy babies with her boyfriend, I've asked the CDC staff, was that really possible? And they told me yes, and it's very likely that in the future they can have healthy babies. And even though they're HIV infected, as long as they take the medicines, the possibility of getting another person infected is very low. So they can still continuing their regular life as ordinary people.